術式解放。
Okay, wait. I don't think I got the source thing right. Hold on. I don't know. I'm still trying to play around with OBS. I think at least my connection is stable. Okay, let me change. Cause I knew sometimes like the application audio I have to rename to Spotify. Okay. Let's change it. So we chill out. Okay. Very good. Is it not picking it up? Okay, we're back. I did put Toontown on my schedule, but I didn't draw yesterday, and I was supposed to, so we're gonna be doing this, I guess. Let's see. I'm trying not to like have it too loud though. But today we're gonna continue with my reference sheet. At least right now, this is like front facing. At least what I have planned for front facing. I have to add a few more ruler lines though to kind of like. I should probably use a ruler for this, but I don't. I really should like take a few days to actually learn Clip Studio XE. Let me see. I'm trying to get like the top of his head in because I really want the proportions to be actually correct on this. I think I had it like on 6. I don't know how long today's stream will be. I'm hoping for a few hours at least if the connection doesn't like go out. So we're gonna hope that she's good. Okay, shift. Alright. It's like, it's right there. I might put some YouTube on the side. I don't know. We'll see if we have time to go into like YouTube rabbit holes today. But I did see everyone's like, and for good reason, is angry at Twitter again. And Blue Sky. I don't know if it's gonna actually last in terms of people like trying to migrate, but I've noticed a bigger push. At least it's sustained for like a few more days. And you know, I made my account too, and I don't know if I'm gonna like do it like switch everything over all at once. It's probably gonna take a few days for me, or I just set aside like an hour and then I finally actually do everything. But I may start making that transition soon, cause especially with that like block function that they're trying to like get rid of. It's just stupid. I know it's not like they're fully getting away with the block, but it's definitely like defeats the purpose of the block feature. So I'm like, why would you do that? Like, I don't know. And I hope PNG Plus doesn't die out on me today either. This week in has just been like stressful on me. I'm gonna have to rethink if I should stream at the times that I originally put on the weekend as well. It's just kind of because I do like to sleep in on the weekend, especially because Fridays are very exhausting for me. Wait, let me move the microphone. It's because I do have to go travel for a class on Fridays. And these next like 3 weeks or so are entirely hold on, let me see, are entirely site visits, so I'm very tired by the time I get back, and then I usually have homework to do as well. So it's just not, sometimes it's just not ideal to have it on Saturday morning, but also that's like a prime time, so I don't know, I'll figure it out. I also think I just do need to get my sleep like really back in order as well. Hold on, I'm trying to get like the mobile manager up. Cause sometimes it doesn't like to like stay up and make sure that the live is connected this time around. Got it. Alright. And then I might switch to Genshin or another game. I think. Alright, so let me see. What I did want to see if I could do today was work on the sleeves. This is like, let me see if I have the colors. So I do have like the kind of the color scheme planned out. It's just that, I don't know if I particularly like the dragon shape, because I'm looking at the original sketch as well that I had. And when I made the original sketch, I kind of had it as the dragon would flow from the left sleeve into the right sleeve. But that was based off of, like, how I thought the fabric would fold off of his arm. Do you see how, like, it kind of swoops from like the top of the right side over here? Oh, it swoops from the top right of the side over here, and then it goes down, and the head faces like the left. But when I drew this, I didn't really have a reference for how fabric would work. So then when I actually did make a reference for how fabric actually holds and folds when you have an arm position like this, it doesn't really work the same way. And in addition, having a very like complicated dragon pattern like this would be very hard whenever I am drawing on model as well. So unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I may have to go with a simpler sleeve design. Cause yeah, I'm trying to see like, let's see if I can just put like I'm just gonna label this like, I can't type for the love of God. Okay, so if I have it like this, I'm trying to think about how I could show the dragon on like the sleeves. So if the head would be like right, or the tail would be like up here, and then the head would like show up there, but there's just probably not enough space for it to like appear how I thought it would here. So what I might end up doing is, and this is typically like, I do need to actually find out the proportions of the sleeves as well, because I did make it shorter than, just to be realistic, and also, like the splash screen I have, the sleeves are definitely stylistically longer, but I might shorten them when I clean up the sketch. Let me see. Because sometimes I want to look at some kimono examples. Good old Google never steers me wrong. I did used to like Pinterest for like art stuff, but then it got flooded with AI art, and I hate it. So I don't really go on Pinterest anymore. I do have to like, I have to go through like all of my accounts though. I have like, cause I have like stuff that I made like back in middle school. I'm pretty sure those emails are like infected with spam and malware and not malware, phishing, and God knows what else. Because I've already gotten like some robocalls. Where is it not loading? Ay. Yeah, it's having trouble loading. Again, the Wi-Fi. Up. I think connection's down for a bit. Oh, okay. Okay, I think we're back. So at least for the type of, because there's different types of like the formal long sleeve one. So the one I have is like, it would be semi-formal-ish if I have, because I have like the ginkgo leaves like kind of flowing from the left side into the right part of the kimono. So that typically means that, if I'm correct, then it means this side usually would be plain and this side would have a pattern on it. But sometimes I get it mixed up because I'm actually wearing the kimono, but it's... Let me double check again. I have to see. So I just like kind of looked at my kimono. So typically the pattern would continue on both sleeves around the same height, actually. At least for this style. Let me see. It would just be like, oh wait, it's like, it's kind of like loading weird. I'm gonna just close the window just to not like have my computer do that. So it looks like the pattern would kind of continue on both sides, like about equal around here. So it should be fine. So in that case, let me see if I can, because what I'm trying to do, what exactly is this layer? That's hair, okay. Let me duplicate, because I want to see how the sketch looks like a bit cleaned up. Okay. And then I don't know if like, I've been seeing a lot of like, that's the head, okay. A lot of just the crazy, like, what is it, bands and stuff happening. So I'm kind of like scared to even draw sometimes. Why is it like, why is the thing on? Oh, symmetry ruler's on. Oh wait, show ruler. why is the ruler on? Oh, I have it on here. Okay. Okay, and then that's hair cleanup. Wait. I kind of didn't organize this. Alright, well, let's just like clean up this first. Wait, is this even on the folder? Alright. That's the problem with, like... nice sketch. I typically don't organize, like, the folders very well. And it always comes back to haunt me. And let me take off, like, the rulers for proportions real quick. Okay. Let me see if I can just make my desk more comfortable. Yeah, because I also need to, like, finish cleaning my room, too, because it's just a freaking disaster. Oh, shit. Like, it's to the point where it's, like, kind of hard to walk around. So that's all when I know it's like, okay, we actually need to do something about it. It's not just like the, oh, teehee, it's a little bit of, like, dirty laundry, and it's like, no, it's kind of like a fire hazard. I should probably actually, like, do something. In addition, I have to do some other sketches as well, so we'll probably just do some of that too. Just maybe like a warm-up when I have to do like more complicated stuff. I do want to kind of redo the tails, so I'll save that for later. But right now, this is just like the tester, so. And then eventually I need to like compose it all together into a reference sheet that's like coherent. But at least I got like how his side arms work. I mean, not side, how his side hair works from like different perspectives, because that was giving me trouble for like the longest time. Oh shit. I always do that. I always like position the mic where I hit it with my headphone. Okay. Oh, and then also I saw there was like drama. I hesitate to even call it drama on Avalum Twitter, and I really don't like I wanted to say something at least, because it just reminds me of like kind of like the start of when, and I hate kind of using the word toxic fandom, because I think every fandom has its outspoken minority, and if you let that like define a piece of media for its fandom, I think that's kind of, I can understand what it is, but it's like kind of not fair to like the piece of the media in general from the original. But you know, to me, it just seemed very parasocial to want to, like, be angry at the other boys for not showing up to the birthday stream. And I do get why some people would be, or would take that as a sign of disrespect, because I kind of would, too, actually. But we don't know the context. We don't know if they, like, had something, or, like, an emergency, or anything like that, or... And that's, from what I know, that's, like, Zanny's normal streaming time. I mean, I usually see him streaming, well, it's morning for me, but just because of time zones. Either way, you know, I think like you're allowed to have your opinion, but it stops when you like start trying to like, I don't even want to use the word harass lightly, but that's kind of what it felt like. The person on stream, I don't know if that was happening. I think and that's why it's hard to say, because I wasn't there watching Zanny's stream. But if people were like harassing him in the chat, while he was live. Don't do that. Like, it doesn't. It's not doing what you think it's doing. It really just serves, like I said, it's like it serves to make kind of your Oshi look bad, instead of actually like trying to address anything. And to me, it kind of rubs off as a little bit infantilizing, as if like these people need somebody to kind of rush in and protect them. It's what I saw in Shoto's community, actually, like all the way back in 2022, when it came to interacting with other livers. And that was, he firmly said, like, don't do that. You know, you don't know the full context of everything, and you know, we talk to each other offline. So like, I'm sure when they're their gen mates, they definitely do have like more contact with each other. I don't know. It seems a bit invasive and a bit disrespectful in that sense of like almost like infantilizing the streamer. So it just didn't feel right to me. But you know, it's not like a end of the world thing. You know, you can get back from it. I don't think it's like that big of a deal either. Like, I just hope things go back to normal, because that, you know, I didn't really see any other like drama like in like the Avalon kind of space, but I don't always interact with stuff on Twitter though, when it comes to beyond like fan art. I just want to put my 2 cents in there, like, but the point still stands. You know, don't crusade other people and then say it, oh, it's because of this specific streamer you like. That's something that, what is it, Moist Critical, who I watched, always was adamant to specify, like, don't, because it just doesn't help the problem at all. If anything, it makes you and the streamer, like, you, like, are supporting or doing this in the name of look bad. It just perpetuates, like, the problem. Doesn't actually solve anything. But I think it's fine. I think the boys are fine. Like, we'll just move on from this. Like, you know. Oh shit. Okay. But now that we've got that, like, I don't want to say resolved, I guess would be the right word. Hopefully. I mean, it does. I think Zanny himself said it, like, things were resolved. Like, they left off, everything's chill. So, everyone's chill. Let's just drink a glass of water. Like Jaden Animation said, just drink a glass of water. Just, you know, sometimes we just jump to conclusions based off the information that we have, and it's just not like the case. But enough of that. Enough about that. Let's see, how did I, like, want this to go? I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to draw these, because I really want to keep them, because I don't think I've seen any other, like, VTuber with an Asian dragon inspiration kind of design include the whiskers quite like this, like with as tassels that are like floating. So I wanted to keep that because I thought that was like something that not only did I think of, but that was like, it was really fun because I love like the floating kind of Rida. You see this motif a lot in Chinese and Japanese art. I don't know about Korean. I think a little bit of Korean art as well. Depends on the time period. But you see this a lot in Chinese art and Japanese art. Usually the deities have some sort of like kind of floating fabric around them. It kind of gives them this very like the sense of motion and a very like ethereal vibe to it, and I wanted to like incorporate that into my design as well, and then also still give like the silhouette of a dragon shape. Yeah, I think this looks good. Let me just like clean up this. I think the real question is like, how am I going to, oh wait, that's a fold. I don't really have like anything like loosely connected here, do I? I may end up actually adjusting these to be a bit further, because I want them to be in the position of like where you'd usually see crests on a more full kimono. That's what I'm trying to imitate here. But I think we good for now. Now I wonder if should I take a side picture reference? We'll leave it for now. But I do want to move on to the sleeve design. Label that as like design 2. Or what I'm going to do with this, instead of dragons, let me see, because I do think it'd be very hard to keep that in this design, especially because since I wanted to do some animations with him as well. Oh, I forgot to add his tail as well. Let me see if I can do that. Because I know that was like one of the problems I had with the sketch I did, is that the tail was kind of a bit stuck off to the side, so it did make it a bit awkward in terms of like how to position it. Okay. Alright, so that's a good base. It's been a bit since I've drawn on the tablet. It's actually, I enjoyed sketching on paper for the first time in quite a bit last week for some of my Christmas prints for my family, because I always draw something for them as well, because I don't have to pay. I do like it because I get to like personalize it a bit more. The only thing I do pay for is like printing it out, which can be a bit pricey sometimes. But I still like to I like giving like prints out in physical media. So that's about, no, it'd be a bit longer actually. Like, I'm trying to figure out like where to position this. Oh wait. So if it was about like right here. So I'm trying to think. So this would roughly be like what, like this is the problem with like drawing on 2D. I have to like try to like get this into 3 dimensions, but I have no idea how to 3D model in Blender at all, other than making it look like a lump of clay that would just vaguely like that would vaguely look at my character. But that it would be so helpful. That's what I found helpful about styling cosplay wigs with the Genshin characters, is that it's a 3D model in the game. So it's actually very easy then to see how the 2D design translates into 3D. But in my case, I designed him sketch facing front first, and I was like, I'll figure it out as I go, and I was like, oh shoot. So let's see, that would be like, let me see if I can copy this and then transform the scale. This is why I like digital art though, it helps. Yeah, that would be like about half his body size. So I probably would change the proportions. Oh, wrong one. Actually, if I curve it like that, I think I'd be able to have it like the same length. Because let me see. Like the tail kind of stops around here. So that would be from like, what, head to torso? So let me see if I can actually do that over here. I'm gonna see. That's at like roughly where his armband is. Okay. And then the rest of the tail would go down to like right above his knee. And then this is like, okay. Wait, this might work. Also, I don't know if this is like what actual character designers do. So I'm not a professional or anything. Oh wait, what did I do? I just deleted it. I'm just going off of like what I used to do as a kid. Actually, I think that does fit kinda. Let me see if I transform it. I think it does fit. I think the tail just has to be like a little bit bigger. Okay, let me see if I can redraw this then. What am I listening to? I just put it on like Genshin Lo-Fi. Although I do want to get more into Star Rail, because it does look fun. And I know Thon Heng is like... He looks... I wonder if I did just like subconsciously get inspired by his character design too, because he has the similar kind of like the kimono sleeves. Oh, his is Chinese dragon. And I love, like, I love how it looks. It's really pretty too. So I might switch to Star Rail at sometimes. Oh, actually, let me like. All right, so I would usually have the tail connecting at the base. Let me actually like kind of put it in like deep green. Kind of, so like the tailbone would be like right around here. And then, or maybe I can have it like right there. I still want it, like the tail to be visible. I think if I do it like that, I wonder if it would be good. That might be better to have it like this. Alright, and so then... Now, definitely, like, let's see. So the characters that did inspire Renki's design, it was mainly Xiao's color palette, and his kind of like moodiness, but also I wanted like Scaramouche's sass, and I liked his kind of his first outfit and his second outfit have let me see, what is it called? Are obviously like Inazuma, so they have like kimono elements to it. But also I didn't want to like just straight up copy like the sleeves and having them kind of like short sleeves, but also having them permanent sleeves. So I kind of took Xiao's sleeves and then combined it with like the general look of Scaramouche's, and then the Hakama pants from Heizo, and then kind of the top of, I guess that would be Ayato. But the dragon's tail is up here, where Just like kind of, I just kind of like doodled them on and I liked how they looked. Let me see if I can make this thinner. Don't know if I like how that looks. I wonder if I flip it. Actually, let me try angling it. Actually, it kind of looks a bit longer that way. Let me try again. Oh. Let's see. Maybe that would work a bit better. Okay, wait. And then I should really. In terms of like, let me see. It's always a bit hard trying to judge. Because truth be told, I think the first model, well, at least the first model that I start with, I just want to be torso up just to save my sanity. But I think I actually would like to try doing full body after that first one is done. Because it is a lot of work, but I think it still would be like fun. And there's just like a, I just love like bringing stuff to life, you know? And then like, actually, it would be like on this side, and it would kind of like show up right here. That's kind of what we're looking at. I probably shouldn't have like the circle of the base right there above his dick. Alright, that looks a bit better. It does still keep like the kind of ethereal form and the flowiness. Alright. I would like to redo the hair too. Alright, let me... like the clothing base one. Also, I was like experimenting with different faces as well. I think I like this as his dragon face, but I would need to find a way to make it like the sketch that I did. I would have to outstretch the draw too, but I don't know how I'm going to do that with the transition. Is it, which one had the... Okay, well this is the hairline. So actually, let me keep that. I think this was like my hair test too. Let me try. Wait, where was the... Okay, no, that's not it. Bro, where did I put it? Oh, I think I erased it. Did I erase it? I guess I did. Shoot. Well, let me go ahead and retrace from like that first hair. And let me just color it so I know it's like a reference for where the upper head is. Actually, I should put a symmetry ruler. Oh, why'd I do that? That's kind of off. It's kind of off still. There we go. Alright. Let's go back to pen. Alright, that's about right. Actually, when editing this one. Okay, let me label this. Okay, now I gotta look back at the original drawing I did. Of his hair, like all the way back. I have to also like reorganize all of my shit too on my computer. I have like all of my files. I don't have the icons showing on my desktop, so anytime I do like I need to get something out, it's always like a nightmare. Alright, okay, here's sketch one, upper head ref. Alright. Okay. Alright, so usually I always like kind of start with like where the hair is going to be growing out of. And then I always start with like the middle bang. Let me see if I can look at the pencil a bit lower. And it was kind of like no, there was like 2 strokes here. So the bangs kind of, I may simplify them into 1 with like 2 tufts. So let me see how I did it here. Yeah, that's what I did over here. I simplified it into like a wave. Hold on. It's just much easier to have it just be 1 with like 2. It would have ended like right around here. There we go. And I have this. My hair actually does do this too. Like, it just kind of grows off to the side, so it is a bit weird when it's like kind of growing in, but also it's not fully there yet. So then there's this like tuft at the side right here. And then I have this other like, just like the head continuing. I also need to figure out how his hair work in like Live 2D as well. Because I would like to do it in a sense that, or layer it in a way that still gives it that 3D illusion. another part of it goes down right here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think I have it figured out now. Actually, I wonder if I should, while I'm still thinking about the hair, I should probably just do like the side and the... Let me see. I could probably make this a bit smaller. There we go. Okay, and then I'm trying to make it like a specific number, so I think I made it 5. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, it doesn't look good that way. Maybe it needs to be a bit higher, like right here. Alright, let's try again. So, 1, 2. How did I do this? It's 1. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2. Kind of like that. 3, 4. And then the fifth, actually, the fifth one is this one. Maybe it might be better if I like... Let me erase this then, because I think I might be confusing myself. Because this is like where the hairline would kind of part. Or maybe I just didn't draw like that skull shape right. That's probably it too. Let me draw it first and then kind of see what it looks like without that. Okay, and then and then 3, 4. Okay. All right. I could like kind of exaggerate the tufts a little more. I would actually like to. I do want to learn how to draw just more styles of hair as well. Same thing too with like skin color palettes. I'm not that great at darker skin tones. I think that's just, it's not really taught commonly when you're first starting out, and also there's just not a lot of characters that would, you know, force me to learn. Even I remember as a kid, I still made my OCs, like, even ones that were representative of me, still like light skin, because I didn't know how to really like shade it and make it look good. But then again, I didn't know how to like really shade at all. Color theory is like its own kind of thing that I would like to learn a bit more, especially because I do get like tan in the summer. It's weird. I get like, It depends. This year not so much because I wasn't staying in the sun for too long. I was being, an average VTuber fan. But and also I did have to stay inside because I'm on retinoids for some acne scars that I have, and it does make your face very sensitive to UV, especially from about the hours of like 11 to 3 p.m. Especially where I live, where the UV index gets like really high. I could stand out without sunscreen for maybe like 15 minutes, and I would already start to feel like a burn on my ears. So now it's funny because I used to never get burned. I would just like peel as a kid, but now I can get burned. It's like my melanin stopped working. But that's probably because of the microretinoid. Let me see if I can like. Okay, let me turn off the tester. Okay, this one doesn't look too bad. Let me compare it with the first sketch. I might combine like the elements of both. Okay, I may want to just enlarge this a bit more. Lower it a bit. But then like take some of the side off. I wonder if actually I make that behind the ear. I think that's a lot better. Okay, okay. Okay, I think that works. So for the side view, let me kind of like fix this. I think that would like kind of make it look better. I do like a bit of asymmetry with my characters. I think that looks a lot better. Okay. Alright, so I might as well just do like the side profile right now. As for which side, so let me think. I typically with the ref sheet you only see one side, but since his hair is kind of weird, I do want to include both sides, at least of the hair. Actually, let me check, because I think Roscoe's, I think his reference sheet also does something similar, where it shows both sides, because his hair is kind of similar to mine in that it doesn't really have any symmetry. It needs to have like both sides shown to understand how it works. Let me see. Yeah, so his has both sides. I might have to just do both sides. So I think I'll go with this side first because let me do that. This side is just the harder one to draw. Or should I go with the sleeves first? Let me do this side because I think it's just more important. I should probably duplicate. Okay, so wait, if this is, that would mean that is the, I'm trying to think like, because your character is you call it right side or left side, I think based off the characters part, so that would be like stage right. I forget all the time. I get left and right mixed up. It's hard. That's what I'm like scared about when it comes to actually doing the cutting process. Okay, wait. So I think this would be our right side. I'm just gonna make duplicates because I don't want to like get a whole bunch of files all mixed up. Okay. And what I can do is I can just take all of this and condense it into one. Oh, that was the original head. Okay. Actually, I might want to keep, like, the original anatomy base. I don't know if Twitch would let me do that, though. Okay, well, let me put all of that, like, underneath the folder. Alright. Put out the rulers again. Actually, let me keep the head count layer. So that actually is a lot more helpful. And let me just throw in like the clothes sketch too, so I see what I'm doing. Alright, that's better. Okay, so if we're gonna do this, I usually have a trick when it comes to drawing like the heads from a side. So this would be like where like the top of the cap is. Okay. This helps like plan out. So like the center of your box is where, yeah, I have to like make this a bit more transparent. I may just make the head different. This is where like your ear would be. Let me double check like the book I have that I use, because that actually really does help with making a good side profile. Yeah, okay, so like the ear would be like kind of like roughly that, because there's actually like proportions you can use. I'm not too good at. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Yeah. So hold on. So the ear, the tip of the ear would be right there, and then the bottom of the ear would be like right there. Okay, that's better. And then typically the eye, I would just do like the nose. Nose goes about like. Okay. The eye level would be like halfway in between. Jaw goes like right there. It's a bit too far back. Proportion-wise, I think I had to make it smaller. Then again, I do have to kind of make it level with the eyes. It's actually kind of harder than I thought. Okay. Well, let's use these eyes. That'd be about right. All right. Oh, shit. I think that's good. All right. I may need to compress that a bit further. Okay. And the nose, I made the nose like right about there. Did I make the head too big again? I think I'm actually might have to enlarge the eyes. Hold on. Let me just like clear this all. Okay. How did I do this? Okay. There we go. I think that's better. Definitely like this is anatomy definitely is something I need to practice more. So like the skull kind of like it's not exactly like a perfect circle, it's more elongated around certain parts. That's why like there's kind of like this flat plane where the crown is. I think that's what it's called, the crown of like the head. And then here kind of goes like right here. Actually, maybe picking that off of this jaw. I might have to shorten it a bit more. How do you do this? Okay, right. Yeah, so there's like this kind of curve right here, if you see like right there. And this kind of points down a bit, I think. Might be too far out. I do have a big forehead though, so that is kind of accurate. It's always a bit hard. Hold on. Might actually help to draw from both sides for this, since I'll be needing both. Doesn't really look right though. Let me try like erasing that. I think that works a little bit better. Let me adjust the ear then. It is a bit higher on this model anyways. Oh, shit. And then if we like... I think that might do it. Kind of looks a bit creepy right now. Sorry for the weird face. You're in progress. Don't worry. I'll fix you. Don't worry. The neck would go right there. I think I just may have to finagle a little bit. I think I'll just have to do it for now. Fuck. Okay. No, it looks huge though. I think what I'll have to do is this. Let me see. The eyes are roughly on the same plane though. I don't know how she did it. Well, maybe this is a sign I should practice more. Probably is. I think I've been streaming for an hour and 23. Okay. So I may have to leave and then stream a bit later. Let me close the window though first. Okay, that looks a little bit better in terms of like proportion. Actually, I have to shrink down the eye again. Maybe my head is just really big. You know, it does kind of remind me of like ancient Egyptian art. Just kind of like the static pose. Actually, I always wonder if they had, because I know, like, when I look at Egyptian art, it's really, I think that's probably the most impressive part, is that it is that precise in terms of, like, symmetry, and it's, like, the geometric shapes they use. So, I know that they didn't even have, like, our measurement tools. They had things that were, like, entirely developed on their own, because, you know, the ones that we use today didn't exist yet in ancient Egypt for, like, another few thousand years. I think we did actually figure out how they managed to, like, measure and be able to do the geometry and mathematics needed to build the pyramids, but I believe it had something to do with, you needed to make 2 triangles and then put them on like a flat surface and then walk enough away from the building site so that you could put like the negative impression of a perfect triangle and it would fit with like the horizon line. I think that's how they like figured it out. Okay. My knowledge of anatomy from like, it gets a bit like sparse here. I just know that like the spine starts here and then it like kind of curves. It does an S curve. And then the pelvis is like right there. And then from here, we have 1 leg. And then you just typically from the femur. Actually, the pelvis needs to be higher then. That's the, yeah, that's like the kind of the plus with being like obsessed with like skeletons and zombies as a little kid, is that I have a decent kind of library of how the skeleton works in my head. It's not like, it's probably not like medically or exactly proportionally correct. I think I would still need to like train my eye a bit more. So that would be like the femur, and then tibula and the fibula. Or actually, is that the arm bones? I forget the ones that are like here. And then ankle bone. And foot joint. Actually, the foot should be a bit bigger. And for this purposes, we'll leave out the tail and the arm, which would be like roughly around here. And then the, kind of the leg would go like this. I don't have any cake either. Like, that's accurate too. Oh shoot, the thighs might be a bit short. Oh, wrong one. I think I'm like kind of slouching forward too. Shit. I probably should take a reference sheet for this too. I definitely should, at least with like the clothing aspect, just to make sure I have it like right. The only problem is that I don't have like any shorts that are like the Hakama pants. I do have like actual Hakama pants, which is what I use to model like the shape of, especially particularly the backside of. So that may help. And make sure like the caps are thin enough. And then this is the part I'll have trouble with is how do I like make the ribbons work? So ideally, so if they're attached to like, wait, let me put that in a different layer. So if the ribbons are like attached here, and then I kind of, because the way I have it drawn on my PNG would not make sense in terms of having it like side. Let's see, so it would be kind of like this. Wait. Like that. That would be like how I have it on my PNG now, but that's not really how I want it to be. And the idea is that the tails swoop through the back and then go like this. So I need to figure out a way to represent this in like all the directions I need it to. And then I kind of want them like almost curving out. So actually, because what I did here is that like I kind of had them rise up, pinch off, and then kind of swing side-ish. And how to kind of go like that. How to keep them thin right here, and then fatten them out like. That might actually work. I'll probably like change the angle. I think that might work. And then have it look like that for like the second side. And then the tail would be like, it would be like kind of going towards us and then coming back again. I think I could save that though. I think Shuyaimino's reference has something similar because he has like floating parts of his costume as well. Anyways, let me check the proportions again. I might make the thighs a bit higher. Actually, because the heels are right here, what I might do is actually lower it a bit to match where the toes are. Oh wait, wrong layer. feels a little bit better. There's just something like a bit off about the other way I had it. Okay. Let's put this. Okay, let me pee first, and then we can get onto the hair. Where are we actually supposed to be doing? Okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, so I sketched the hair on paper, so I have it like right next to me. Let me see. So I know what it looks like. Okay. Okay, I think it looks fine. I can do like adjustments on the anatomy later, but let's go back. Okay, hair. All right. All right. Okay. So I kind of had it. So that the first tuft that goes like this, actually I may put it a bit like this. Because like the hair typically grows a bit up. Yeah, I kind of had it like this. Kind of that little ahoge. Alright, and then the first tuft I had was kind of shooting up from that. Shit, that's good. Let me... I gotta, like, reference the other one first. Oh, wait, what did I do? Alright, go back. Okay. So this one is not taller than these two tufts. I may make these a bit taller then. that one is like almost completely sticking up. So then we have the second one like right here. And that kind of goes there, but we're still seeing the majority of the underside. Alright, and then the tricky one right here is like the third one. I kind of had it still curving up a bit, and we know like the hairline is like, because it's like kind of like almost right here. I'm gonna put it like right there. Actually, it just occurred to me now, I didn't draw like the back of his head yet. I think we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, so wait, if it's like slightly like up, but it's not the full way. And then this one's like kind of. That might be like how I like shape it. And then I do have like these two tufts like right here. But those ones are like, kind of only see them. In the background. And then I'll like figure out like how all this works. Let me see. How did I draw this? Okay, wait. No, that's not how I drew it. Okay. And then, so then I have his bangs kind of like sweep here. The first, and then second tuft right there. The hard part here is like the little things I did on the side. We'll figure that out. And then then this part here. And then oh, I think, hold on, the hairline's like too far up. There, maybe let me add that. With the hairline's like kind of like this. No, it's a bit too far. Alright. Kinda had it like this. And it kinda had just like the other like spikes kind of go like that. I may actually make this a bit bigger then. I guess it helps that like my hair actually was kind of styled like this for a little bit when it got like really long. So I kind of know how it like swept across my head. I haven't taken any pictures of it though, like for references. I should have. No, it doesn't work because like the tuft comes from like up here. But there's probably a way to like attach it. I think I would have to just like tone it back a bit over here. Or move it further back. Hold on. Okay. It doesn't look right either. I think it is with like the proportions of how I draw the head. Let me try this again. I may just have to like adjust the head shape. Alright, let's try this again. I'll have to fix like the curve of the skull later. Hold on. Alright, that's too far down. Just say what I mean about like I did not think this through in terms of character design. Okay, I kind of have it like split like right here. Yeah, there. Okay. The music feels appropriate for this. Trying to like figure out like a big old puzzle. Alright. Okay, makes sense. Alright, and then this kind of blends in right here. Okay, and then kind of we have this middle part right here. I actually need to make this a bit longer. Okay. Bruh, it's about like 2 hours just like trying to do hair. That's like, I think it is one of like the hardest things for me to draw, apart from hands, is making sure the hair looks good. Okay. Okay. Alright, there's like the 3 tufts right there. I want to like one of them kind of like stick out. And then I have like, because I'm trying to see like how would this work. Kind of like that. I think. And then like I have this like curve right there. I may have to like raise this part a bit up. I mean, like, just add some detail to this side. And then like you have like these tufts right here. One of them kind of like starts from here. And then the second one is starting from right here. It's like underneath this. Kind of like that. And this last one is like right here. I think